Wisconsin. This is Raised in Wisco. I'm your host, Joel Clayfish. Sitting across from me is the extravagant, the crazy, the run around the state, stick her hand under things, climb rocks, jump out of airplanes.
All at
the
once.
Diva
And
of
try
the outdoors.
sticky rice.
Danielle Fairman is here. And
Hi.
chef extraordinaire, award-winning French culinarian, the cheferie of the show, Ellie Lawton is here to talk food this week, like we talk every week. Raised in Wisco is your place to learn about the great outdoors of Wisconsin, how to take those outdoors and put them indoors at your dinner table.
And bring them inside.
How to enjoy everything that Wisconsin has to offer, from camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, rock climbing, sideways bananaing, snowmobiling, foraging. What am I missing?
Horseback riding.
Nothing. Horseback riding.
Gardening.
This type of year, I'm not going to lie to you. This type of year is tough for me.
It's tough for me, too.
It's tough for me only in as much as you get 85 to 95 degree days every day, which is tough on a person to begin with. That's rough on a person.
Yeah.
Then if you got, you work in the outdoors, Danielle, you're working with heavy equipment every day. That's got to be hot and sweaty and tough.
Oh, yeah, not just in equipment, too. I get out and labor and
Yeah.
shovel a lot, rake everything. Like
That's tough.
Not just sitting in an AC cab. Not all cabs are AC. So
No, there's no doubt about it. This is a tough time of year for me, though, because, yes, we're kind of in the doldrum where the fishing has kind of slowed down a little bit as well. You've got, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of fish to catch. And the fun part about this hot time of the year is that's when the largemouth bass start coming to the surface for plugs and poppers, and you can drag stuff across the top, and that's when they'll surface in these warmer days. But the bugs are out, the mosquitoes are out in full force.
Oh, yes.
The mosquitoes are insane.
I've been hunting them.
The ticks
Oh,
are
have
still
you?
going.
Yeah. With my shotgun.
Have you even shot? What are you using? Like number 742 shot?
Yeah.
Each pellet's the size of a grain
mosquito
of
itself.
salt.
Yeah.
I wonder, I'll bet you somewhere in the world there is a contest, like a shotgun mosquito shooting contest.
I
Or
don't
something.
think so.
Flies, maybe?
I feel like people might
Well,
have
they
better
have
things to
those
do.
new
bug
assault
assaults.
guns.
I have assault gun for flies. They're awesome.
Oh, you know exactly what I was talking
Oh
about.
yeah, they're called assault guns. Assault rifle.
Yeah,
You put
assault.
salt in them and
Yes.
shoot the flies around your house.
So Danielle, that's what he does with his days now because he can't hunt.
That sounds very exciting.
Well,
for
it
you.
is. It is strange to not be able to hunt for me. That's a bizarre thing. But that's why I've always in years past had a trip to usually south of the equator. If you have a trip south of the equator, it's their winter when it's our summer, right? So Argentina or South Africa or anywhere south of the equator, it's their winter. So in our summer, it's a perfect time to go hunt south of the equator. And you can do that New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Argentina. Actually, Argentina's got some really reasonable trips,
Danielle,
all-inclusive trips.
it sounds like Joel's taking us on a summer hunt trip. I mean, are you picking up what he's putting down?
I'm
Because I
thinking of the
am.
nice cool days. I'm totally in for that.
Jacob is the man in the fishbowl running the joint, and we have the pleasure of hanging out with him in Racine at WAUK Studios. Now, you're hearing us throughout the state of Wisconsin on every civic sous vide media station.
Ooh, sous vide,
On every
yeah,
sous
talking
vide
my
media station,
language.
every civic media station throughout the state is playing Raised in Wisco for you Saturdays at 11 o'clock. And if you listen to the show, love having you back. Want to make you laugh, want to make you think, and want to make you understand how to use the outdoors of Wisconsin and eat, because that's part of every week. But if you're brand new to the show, you will quickly learn, as we hope you are a repeat listener, that we do a weekly Wisco. And a weekly Wisco is something fun or enjoyable we did in the outdoors of Wisconsin. Now, there are no rules for it because some of our weekly Wiscos have been indoor activities. I
They
guess.
Yeah.
But
Like that one time I did laundry.
Laundry was your weekly Wisco? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
We
I organized my hunting clothes.
Oh my gosh. I guess that counts. So let's start things off. Danielle Fairman, what have you got for your weekly Wisco?
My weekly Wisco has to do with the water because it has been extremely hot. So if everybody knows Onyx app, the on and then letter X.
So
you can
let me explain what that is for those who don't know. You can buy an app for your phone and you pay them a yearly charge. And wherever you are, it will send a GPS signal and it will put it on a map and tell you who the owners of the home are, which is all public record.
and the property line. And
I don't
everything.
want it to sound like Danielle is a stalker. Now, listen, if you call me offline, I will explain why she's actually a stalker. But on the air,
Because you have a dog, most likely.
Yeah, if you have a dog, she knows
Watch
where you
out.
live.
Yep, I know their
Yes.
name. I know the allergies.
You're all marked off on her Onyx.
So I just wanted people to understand what Onyx is before you explain it. So Onyx is this tool you buy as a hunter. If you want to ask permission on private properties, you get to know who the person is and where they live.
Yep, and it's a tax address. It's not always their house address.
That
too.
drives me nuts.
It
when
does
it
drive
is,
me nuts.
but-
Or, hey, I live in Texas. Good for you. That doesn't help me. But where I'm
Yeah.
going with this is that Onyx came out with Onyx Fishing. Now, it's only available for Michigan, Illinois right now, and Wisconsin, and I believe part of Minnesota.
Okay, what
So
the
it's
heck? Nobody
Onyx-
owns water.
But nobody owns water, but this tells you who lives in the water. There we go. I like that one. Who
People
lives
live in the water.
Yeah, all the fish. What type of fish?
The species of
the
fish.
Yeah,
That's
so it tells
cool.
you when the last time it was shocked, what the abundance was. So you can go on there, and it's it's not free. It's part of your yearly subscription with Onyx.
Interesting.
So can you get Onyx Fishing if you have Onyx Maps?
You cannot. So for us Android users, meaning just me in this room,
All four of you in the state.
yes,
Yeah.
you have to do it online. You have to go through Chrome and look it up.
Okay.
But it has it for iPhone users. You can download the app for it.
Okay.
But it has to verify that you live in one of those 4 states that they have it in right now. And they're going to try to expand it. But
Wow.
Wisconsin was actually the first state they had it in.
I don't
and
know
if
how
you-
I feel about that.
I like it.
I love it. Are you kidding me? That I'm trying a whole
Yeah.
bunch of new lakes that I never would think to go try. Because
Yeah, sure.
I want to go for
Oh,
walleye. I want to go for
sure.
crappie. I want
And
to
then
go
it just
for
tells you which
muskie.
lakes.
Yeah, well, you have to do your own searches. So you have to select the lake. And of course, there's some private lakes that do not have information.
Right.
But lakes around me that I have looked up their abundance of bass, or they have a low abundance, or there was less stocked.
Did you come across any that had clayfish?
Oh, God.
I can't help it.
Oh.
Jacob, that's dad joke number 1 of the show. Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So I tried 2 new lakes this weekend.
That's a hell of a weekly Wisco, I'd
Yeah,
say.
that's
2 new
fantastic.
aquatic adventures for
Yes,
Danielle
on my
Fairman.
sideways banana.
And,
Oh.
And then,
That's a
Wow.
kayak,
and then
by the
Luke,
way.
Josh's youngest, this little bugger, he decided to do a nice heavy cast into some grass. And instead of holding on to it, he let go of the reel.
No.
Oh, boy.
It happens to all of
Look,
us at some point.
Get in that water. Find my rod.
Oh,
Okay,
did he?
He went in. He dove a couple times, but we were in like 20 feet of water.
Oh.
I was.
Well, he was. I wasn't.
I was fishing in Vero Beach one year, and I was in jeans and a cowboy boots, cowboy hat too, probably. And I had my rod stuck in the sand with some shrimp on it, or creel bait or whatever. And all of a sudden, I looked down, and the rod popped out of the hole and started racing to the ocean.
Oh, no.
And I took off after it in my cowboy boots, right into the water, up to my neck, trying to catch that stupid rod, and it was
There's
gone. And
no
so
way.
No.
was the world record grouper that was on the other end of it.
Yes, it was a world record grouper.
It very well could have been.
We never know. We'll never know.
Ellie Lawton, do you have a weekly Wisco?
Mine's also an aquatic adventure.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I didn't have to look up any lakes or anything. I went to the beautiful Rushing Waters property and went and caught some trout.
Ooh.
Yeah, Joel, I don't know if that was going to be yours or not.
Well, it was going to.
Oh, did you guys do that together?
Megan Salazar
Aw.
Yeah.
and Ellie Lawton and I went to do, we were going to do a cooking segment for the Provider podcasts
Yeah.
for the Foul Life. And we thought, how would it be fun to catch some trout?
Yeah.
So I'm going to,
So we went
No
water
doubt.
to table.
yes, we did, but I'm going to piggyback on that because Megan, I got a shout out to Megan Salazar. She was a fish catching fool at this.
Yay.
I literally, they set themselves up down there. I walked down, and already one of the two of them had broken their rod or broken a line or
Yeah.
something.
I think
So
Megan and I had to
grabbed it.
retie hooks
And
like 3 times.
And I want to be clear, but this was the day that it was 172 degrees Kelvin
it
out.
was so hot.
And so I grabbed the rod. I said, I'll walk it back. And the little, 0.2 of a mile walk back to the shop felt like it was 4 miles.
Oh, yes.
Uphill both ways in my bare feet. And I get up there, and then when I come back, we had all agreed we were going to each catch a trout, because it's one trout, because it's a fish farm, right? I mean, you pay for what you catch per pound. And by the way, what a great Peter Butler hosted us there.
Oh,
Get
it
to
was
Russian
beautiful.
Waters. The
He
place
was
is beautiful.
wonderful.
He's great, fantastic, very accommodating. You will catch fish if you're new to the sport. Go do it. It was fantastic. I come back and I look in the bucket, and Megan's got like 12 fish in it already.
no.
And Ellie's got like 7 fish in it. And I said, I don't need to catch a fish. You guys got like $742 worth of fish in there already.
Well, I had gotten 2, and I'm like, listen, I'm already 1 over. I'm good. And Megan's like, I'm going to keep fishing. I'm like, do whatever you want.
Megan
So then we kept
fishing. I caught one. Well, then I
You
thought
caught the biggest
we've got a
one.
bunch. I'm going to try. I'm just going to keep going to try to catch a big one. And you cannot put them back there.
Oh,
Correct. You have to keep what you
have to
catch.
keep what you catch because they don't want you putting a fish back and it dies and then
Yeah.
and
Biosecure
because
area.
It's biosecure. You're taking these fish to eat them, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am over at a different pond. I walked to a different pond and I'm fishing and I've got this one trout that I can see with my polarized glasses and it's huge. Yeah, I mean, the one I caught was probably 20 inches. I mean, it was
Yeah, it was big.
and I was isolating that one and I kept casting right and like teasing it right over his nose, trying to get him to bite, and he wouldn't bite. And finally, I ticked him off enough that he bit. And the thing comes in, I'm reeling it in, and it's flipping and flopping, because you're using these little closed face Zubco rods out there. I mean, everybody uses them. You got to use the rods.
Fun.
It was so
Aw.
fun, so fun. And I'm by myself on this pond, and this thing flops off of my line right in the muck at the edge of the. So I'm
Oh,
down
no.
in my knees, elbow deep in muck, trying to catch a slippery trout. And I mean, it's spattering up into my face.
Oh my god!
And I'm thinking, God darn it, you got to
I
impress.
hope somebody saw this.
You need to impress these
Oh.
people with the biggest fish. No, they were on a different
I
pond.
didn't see him actually catch his fish, but when I looked up and saw Joel walking down the roadway to the pond where we were at, he's all muddy and he's got a fish and he kind of looks a little bit defeated but also super happy, and he comes up to us and his pole is all messed up and he's got this big
My pole
trout.
broken.
He's got mud all over
I've
his
got a
arms. We're
trout.
like, how did you get mud on all fours? It was just a whole
It
thing.
was
And then he looks at us and he's like, I think it's time to go. We're like, I think we have enough fish. Or you look at me, you're like, I'm done fishing.
Oh my gosh! Well, that's my weekly Wisco too, and I also rescued a turtle out of the road today. That was fun. So, he gave me a run for his money. Hey!
Oh, jeez.
Oh wow!
Hey, folks, love having you. This is Raised in Wisco. Let the good times roll on your civic media stations throughout Wisconsin. 23 of all of them 23 of them in all. That's what I meant to say. I got a little into it. I got very excited there. This is Raised in Wisco. I'm your host, Joel Clayfish. Danielle Fairman is the one I am fortunate enough to sit across from. And usually we're fortunate to sit across from Ellie Lawton. Of course, we don't always know.
Hey, sounds like a your problem, not my problem.
We don't always know what's going to come out of her mouth, but I guess that's fair for Danielle as well.
I am the gift that continues to give. Full of surprises.
That is a fact. Jacob is in the fishbowl running the joint for us today. We're in Racine. For the show. But we love you listening all across Wisconsin at 11 a.m. on Saturdays to Raised in Wisco with me, Joel Clayfish, Danielle Fairman, and our certified electronic chef.
Electronic
Whoa.
chef?
Yeah, for those of you
goofy.
who are just listening, our
Goofy.
first experiment here on Raised in Wisco with AI is our chef, Ellie Lawton. So she sounds very real. She comes up with fantastic recipes, but she's actually AI.
Yeah, she does not exist.
And it's very impressive
Wait,
to
is
me.
AI short for an idiot?
Artificial intelligence.
I'm familiar. Wait, I'm having a glitch.
I have to say,
I'm glitching out.
There's a glitch in the matrix,
I'm
folks.
glitching out.
And I have to say, that AI generation, those tattoos look very real.
Yes.
Very realistic.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Mark that down, folks, in your calendar. The shortest answer Ellie's ever given.
Have you ever been speechless, AI Ellie?
Yeah.
This is about as close as it gets.
Yes.
It's fake, though.
On Raised in Wisco, we do our weekly Wiscos. That's our time in the outdoors, and we were just having a great reminiscing about fishing at Rushing Waters. If you've never fished in your life, get out to Rushing Waters and give them a shot. Look, they're not a paid sponsor or anything like that. We just had a fantastic time.
Yeah, I wasn't done telling about mine, but that's okay. You covered a lot of it.
Well, hey,
Oh, it's the AI. I'm sorry. She just goes crazy
Jacob,
sometimes.
would you mind adjusting the AI on the insult knob? Turn it down
My
a
mic
little
will
bit.
now be off the rest of the day.
Right away, sir.
Thank you, Jacob. What? Please continue of your story at Rushing Waters, because most of the time I wasn't with you and Megan as
Yeah,
you
you were
guys
rolling
caught
around in the
fish.
mud,
Falling
catching
in the
fish
water.
with your hands.
I have to tell you, never did
Noodling.
I realize how slippery one of those
fish
little
was?
trout
Oh,
in
trout are
particular.
so slippery.
And covered in the muck. I mean, it was right in the muck on the edge.
Oh, it was crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I just wanted to say about, our time there. It was so wonderful. It was a beautiful day. The property is beautiful. People can go out. They have a lovely deck at the one pond, a place where you can sit and relax in the shade or the sun. It's just a great experience. So people should definitely go out. If you have never been fishing and you want to go catch a trout to take home to prepare for your family, please go there. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And
it
again,
was
they're not paying us
amazing.
to say this. The property is fantastic. They have great meats and cheeses and jams, mustards, all sorts of stuff in the shop. So it's pretty cool. Go
I'll
check
be
it
honest. One of the cool things about it too is it's not very expensive.
out. Not at all. I mean, Joel, we had a whole bunch of fish. I mean,
We
so
must
many.
have had 12 trout. We must have had 3 or 4, condiment jars, a case of beer.
Yeah,
a
I
couple
got some
extra
Wisconsin
sodas,
toffee.
some toffee, and the whole bill was substantially under $100, like $80.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah, it-
really, really
Wow.
reasonable.
And the storefront there is really cool because the majority of the products are from Wisconsin.
Even better then.
So
Yeah.
it supports our lovely state, a small local business.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
a great.
they're not so small anymore.
No,
They have a
they're not.
fantastic trout program.
They really do. And they used to have a restaurant. I hope they get that up and running. My weekly Wisco was I saw a turtle crossing. and I
Wait, you
was
have
like-
another weekly Wisco?
No, I was just finishing mine.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you were
The turtle.
finishing your Rushing
I didn't know
Waters
How
if
story.
we were
Kill the
allowed
turtle.
to now or not.
Oh, wow. Ladies and
It's the
gentlemen,
AI.
welcome to Raised in Wisco with your host, Ellie Lawton.
Sir, I think you should be able to have as many as you want, boss.
Hey, that's right. Jacob, get in the studio.
Yeah, what was your
I need
weekly
some backup
Wisco?
support. What do you got for a weekly
Wait, no,
Wisco,
finish the
Jacob?
turtle.
I want to hear about the turtle.
Well, I was going to say, I was a little frustrated because he was not crossing at a turtle crossing, and I didn't know why he wouldn't do that. But so I went out and I picked him up, but I evidently
put him by the
I put him
crossing?
on the wrong side of the road.
You
I
did.
I thought you were supposed to put him back where they came from because that's where their home
You
is.
gotta go
We should
where-
probably do some research
We
because
should do some research.
I thought it was always the direction they were going. Take them there.
Well, that I guess
'Cause, I
that
mean, they're
sounds
going
more logical.
there. So, yeah.
All right, Jacob, what do you got?
I had a terrible Wisconsin experience because
Oh no!
I went to my little brothers Jackson and Lincoln's graduation parties for middle school and elementary school, respectively.
Hmm.
That's great, but I thought it was in Wisconsin. It turned out it was on the surface of the sun because, good Lord, was it hot out.
Oh my gosh, that is a fact. Oh, I'm so excited. You know, we do culinary every week here on Raised in Wisco, and I'm very excited about it. I don't know what Chef Lawton's got in store, but I want to talk about.
Ooh.
I'm also going to do some culinary. We might start it a little early because I want to talk about how easy it was to prepare those trout. I mean, if you, what are you laughing at?
If you
Danielle?
guys,
I have another recipe you could talk about.
Let's hear it. What is
oh
it?
yeah,
Turtle soup, since you put it in the wrong
Oh,
one.
I love turtle
soup. And a topic I want to cover when we come back
Yes.
that I've heard in the past people question very much, and I'm interested to hear what these guys think about it, is how can you be both a hunter and an animal lover? And I think that is
Oh,
worth
that's
talking
wonderful.
about. That is
We
a
already
great. Hey,
are.
slow down.
Oh, holding.
Hold
Holding.
that thought.
This is the Danielle and Ellie show.
That's the tease. It really is. Folks,
Sorry,
this
boss.
is the Danielle and Ellie show.
The D show.
Also known as Raised in Wisco. Folks, welcome to your one-stop shop for everything in the great outdoors, the great state of Wisconsin. Raised in Wisco. Raised in Wisco, your one-stop shop. My name's Joel Clayfish. I like to consider myself the shopkeeper of the
shopkeeper?
one-stop shop for everything in the
look
great
at you
outdoors.
go.
Look at her. Look at Ellie's mind just churning for like a funny insult that I said that. I go, the shopkeeper.
It
And
wasn't
she goes,
churning. It was just organizing all of them that are already in my head.
Wow, what a surprise. Wah, wah. Hey, folks, if you want to listen to Raised in Wisco, we'd love you to do that. 11 o'clock on Saturdays on all your civic media stations throughout the state of Wisconsin. No matter where you are in Wisconsin and a lot of the bordering states, you can hear Raised in Wisco on your civic media stations from a city nearby. Danielle, if they miss the show live, where can they find it?
You can listen to us on Facebook Live to be precise. You can see our beautiful faces,
Yeah.
our AI Ellie.
Woo.
Woohoo!
Yes.
You can also listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want to talk about a subject that I have gotten into in the past with non-hunters. And folks who are listening to the show, I want to be clear. This show, Raised in Wisco, is not for you if you are a hunter or if you are an angler or a fisherman or if you are a cook or a chef or if you are a rock climber or if you are a camper or if you are an outdoors person of any type. This show is for any and all of the things in the great outdoors.
Yes.
I hear very often from folks who say, I don't hunt, but I liked your recipe with this. Can I substitute this meat? I don't fish, but this lake, I walked around it or hiked around it. And it was beautiful. I don't really mountain climb, but I went to Devil's Lake and it was unbelievable. So please, I promise you're going to chuckle because we have pretty stiff senses of humor in this room, and
Yes.
we laugh a lot.
A lot.
But you're probably going to learn some things too along the way because the three of us in this room, Danielle Fairman, Ellie Lawton, and I, have spent a great amount of our lives. We're all Wisconsinites. We've all spent a great many years in Wisconsin's outdoors, learning the pros, the cons, the do's, the don'ts, the things that work and the things that don't. So that's what's fun for us. One of the things I encounter from non-hunters once in a while is, well, you're a hunter, you cannot be an animal lover.
I
Yep.
hear that often as
I
well.
get
I
that
hear that.
often.
And that is unbelievably frustrating to me. I'm just going to give kind of my quick viewpoint of that. But I'm really interested to hear you, Danielle and Ellie, talk about your perspective. My perspective is this. Without hunters in Wisconsin, without hunters and anglers, fisher people, there is no very, very little, if any, conservation efforts by the state that go on. Populations of wild game, because look, we're people. We intrude on animals' occupancies.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yes, do.
intrude in there. We take down farm fields and build subdivisions. We take down trees and build homes. We take down entire forests and build corporate centers. We, as part of Manifest Destiny, expand the human footprint. And I'm not going to get all wacky about the footprint and environmental issues. My point is, when you take away habitat, you have to either replace it somewhere else or, in addition, not or, it's not an or, it's an and, you have to be cognizant of where those wild populations exist. Because when wild populations grow in the suburbs or grow in an area that doesn't have enough food for that wild population, you start getting starvation and disease in those wild communities.
Yeah.
So culling, or making sure there's a healthy population versus an overpopulation of wild animals, is healthy for the species. That has absolutely nothing to do with how much I love my dog, how much I love seeing baby geese, goslings, or ducklings walking that I will get. If I see them walking across the road, I will stop traffic to let them cross.
Same.
So I don't see a contradiction there. Do you guys?
Well, I always hear that people think that we are just there to kill the animals. That's it.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. We're just there to shoot them and then, or unalive them, I should say.
Well, you can say shoot on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that we just want to shoot them and then that's it. So be it. Like doesn't matter what happens afterwards. And that just really upsets me because I have closed down an on-ramp on a freeway to rush baby geese and a whole
Yeah.
family of geese.
Risking
off.
your own life for
I
a
will
family
do that
of geese.
every single solitary time
Now,
because
that's
they're
not
still
exactly
living
smart, but,
I
but
mean,
yes,
It's
I,
not.
I know
it's not.
you,
But
Danielle.
I called the
your
cops.
natural
It was all
instinct
right.
is to save
Protect,
the animals. And in the fall, you're going to go hunt geese, and you're going to be grateful for every harvest you make or you take, and you're going to take that product home, and you're going to turn it into a lovely meal to nourish your family.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know what, you hit on something right there, Ellie, that I want to talk about for a second. Very often, the same people are hypercritical of hunters. The same people are wearing leather shoes, are eating a burger at McDonald's. And I also want to be clear about this. There is a definite place and an honor among all men and humanity in farming. Okay. I
Yeah.
have a great deal of respect for farmers. I have a great deal of, I think that they hold a place of honor and prestige in Wisconsin. But, and the but doesn't exclude. So in addition, I shouldn't say but, in addition to farmers supplying protein sources, if you're going to go and eat a hamburger, that is an animal that is born to be
Yes.
raised to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
A hunter is hunting an animal that's wild its whole life
Yeah.
and then gets whacked one day. And this is where the crux of it is for me. Has to end up on a dinner plate.
Yeah. It
Because
has to.
killing for sport ruins it for everybody.
Yeah.
So Chef Lawton, we didn't kind of hear your take on this.
That's because I have a lot going in my brain, and I think I
You're
could personally
organizing?
talk about this for about, I don't know, 2 days straight, because I've
Well,
personally,
you're a farmer.
yeah, born and raised dairy and grain farm kid. I was raised to appreciate every single animal, whether it's the one hooked up to the milking machine or the squirrel outside. My dad always had the rule that if my brother and I were in the woods being dumb and we hit an animal with our BB guns, we would get the BB gun taken away, or we'd have to eat the animal. I mean, we never harvested an animal that we didn't use to its full potential.
Yes. At any
And-
given time, I'm wearing parts of the animal. I have part of an animal I harvested in my butt pocket right now.
Yep.
And I've eaten that animal, and I wear them on my shoes. What's confusing to me is the contradictive way some people look at it. You drive a car, you're driving a car that's got tires on it. Those tires are made from petroleum. That's from dead animals.
Yeah. I want to go back to your original point that you were making, how we're conservationists. Without us, I mean, you're talking about the land that's cleared for houses and buildings, restaurants, coffee shops, right? Everything. Without us, who is there to nourish and maintain these wild animal populations and the lands that they are ultimately pushed to? Without us, who does it? I don't know who that would be, because nobody else is doing it right now.
That is an actually really good point, because the Pittman Robertson Fund, every single bullet or shotgun shell or piece of ammunition that is sold, a portion of that money goes to the Pittman Robertson
Yes,
Fund,
it does.
which is for preservation of lands for animals.
Yes, and we've talked about that on the show before. And if that's not there, a lot of us who hike, I'm a big hiker. I mean, I don't just go out to the public lands to hunt. I hike, I ride my horses. Those properties are not going to be maintained if you don't have those funds coming in from us people who are hunting. So it's a weird line for a lot of people that don't hunt. They still go out and enjoy those properties, but they need us. I mean, that's a straight fact.
If we disappeared, there'd be many, many people complaining about the disarray in the culture of wild animals in Wisconsin. That's a fact.
Wild animals and
their habitat.
And your places for outdoor activities. Your parking lots are not maintained. Your boat launches are not maintained.
Your trails.
You have deer overpopulated, underfed, and sick, and getting hit by cars every day. Your insurance rates go up, right? Like, all of these things are so interconnected, and it's so important for us to have these conversations, because then we can understand each other.
Yeah, I want to talk, and this is an awkward segue, but I want to talk about our Facebook for a second. Megan Salazar is going to be helping us out with more updates and upgrades on the Facebook page. We're going to be changing our logo for Raised in Wisco. Go to the Facebook page, Raised in Wisco, follow it, and give us your suggestions. One of the really fun things that we like to do on the show is talk about what listeners ask us about or what listeners want to learn about. The three of us in this room are all researchers. So we will find the answers if we don't know it right off the bat. Our combined probably nearly 70 years of combined experience in the outdoors in this room. We've encountered some, very interesting scenarios. Go to our Facebook page, take a look at it, and send us your messages, your questions, your inquiries, or tell us what you think we're doing right. And feel free to tell us what we're doing wrong. Those we won't talk about on the... No, we probably would anyway.
And send
We
us your
definitely
knowledge,
would.
because we love to learn.
Yes, and you know what I've always said is if you're not learning, you're dead. So make sure that if you don't squash that part of your mind that allows for new information to come in. I just turned 46 years old last week, 2 weeks ago, and... Why you always call me on that? I just turned 54 years old the other day, and I will tell you the most exciting thing about my life is adventure and learning. And there are so many opportunities. There is really no greater state in the United States than Wisconsin to practice a variety of things. We are surrounded by Great Lakes. We have the mighty Mississippi going down one side of our state, and we have more inland lakes per capita than any other state in the nation. So suck it, Minnesota. You can have your license plate all you want, but the reality of it is we have more bodies of water here. And for those who live in Wisconsin, a lot of us are water babies. There's no doubt about it. So don't be afraid to learn. Keep that brain open and don't be afraid to help us learn. I'm excited because we're going to talk food, and that is always
Your
one of
favorite
my
dish.
favorite dishes. And what is Raised in Wisco at the end of the day?
A cooking show.
A cooking
Danielle,
show.
you left me hanging there.
You were so excited. You did it
I'm
for
always
both of us.
excited.
Well, the chef
It's
thinks
the
it's a
AI.
cooking show, no doubt about it. Okay, you guys are really, really bad. This is Raised in Wisco. This is Civic Media. You're listening to Raised in Wisco.
Should we be timing this? There's a door there. What is happening?
And I'm the AI problem.
Your
Wow.
one-stop shop for the great outdoors of Wisconsin. Listen, I have very good diaphragm control.
I can tell.
Okay?
Your
That's-
face is a
goes
little
back
red.
from my singing days. I may have a heart attack, so just be ready for that. On
Okay.
the outset, that could happen. This
We'll grab the
is
AED.
where you come to not only have fun but learn about the outdoors of Wisconsin and cooking. We cannot forget cooking.
Yay.
But first, as we conclude June birthday month, I mean, this is
Yes.
June birthday month.
Oh, it's
Danielle
so
Fairman's
sad.
birthday.
Your birthday, Joel Clayfish.
Joel Clayfish's birthday. Megan Salazar, contributor to the
It's
show.
her birthday today.
Birthday. Happy birthday
birthday,
today,
Megan.
Megan. And our good friend and repeat customer, George Ermert.
Don't you mean your best friend?
Your best
He's
friend.
no, I'm his best friend.
George Ermert is your best
I'm not
friend.
okay. I'm not getting into this again. I will
Happy
get yelled
birthday,
at.
George.
Happy birthday to George Ermer, who had his birthday a couple days ago. George, it was very weird. I got a no caller ID call the other day, and I always answer. When you have kids,
You always answer?
when you have kids,
Oh,
you
I guess
answer
so.
stuff
Yeah.
because if it's a weird,
Danielle,
if
we
it's-
wouldn't
look,
know about that.
we would not know
if it
about
says
that.
spam risk, I don't answer. But if it's a no caller ID, it could be a police station. I used to get a lot of those calls in the media days. It would say no caller ID.
Oh.
Because
Sure.
the police don't want, if they're trying to catch a bad guy, they don't want them knowing it's the police calling and all the rest. Anyway, and I get this call and it rings and it's no caller ID. And I pick it up and I said, "Hello, this is Joel." And I hear, "I'm your number one fan."
Whoa, that's creepy.
And I said, "George,
You knew exactly
George,
who it was.
it's 2 a.m.
George, it's 2:00 in the morning. Were you watching Misery again? The movie Misery."
He's
"I'm
just
your
missing
number
you.
one fan." He really
We do
is.
love George.
How many times a day
George
do
is
you guys
awesome.
talk?
George and I?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, we talk a lot when he makes breakfast. I mean,
Aw, he
What?
makes you
Is he in your
breakfast.
house every morning?
Adorable.
that's a joke,
Okay.
Ellie. We talk so much that we have breakfast together. No, George and I
Huh.
talk quite a bit. George is on the board for the Wisconsin Waterfowl Association. We're working together on some legislation for sandhill cranes. But even though they're delicious. Let's talk about food today. And I really want to put in there, when you catch a trout, all you have to do is slit the belly and you can take the entrails right out the middle and cook it. Stuff the belly and cook it just like that. It's so
Wonderful.
easy. So easy and so
Yes.
delicious. What are we talking
was
about
like-
this week for food, Chef Lawton?
Well, it is officially too hot to start the oven in the kitchen. For me.
I agree.
I'm on board with you with that.
I don't care. The AC is cranked in my house. I'm not turning the oven on. So I meandered out to my garage the other night and said, ooh, grill or Blackstone, grill or Blackstone. I went Blackstone, but both these recipes, super quick and easy. You can make on the grill or Blackstone. I've done them both ways. We're talking about charcuterie pizza.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, you heard me,
Charcuterie
girl.
pizza. Okay.
Huh.
Charcuterie pizza. So we'll get to that and all the toppings and everything I do to make that. And then dessert is quick and easy. So we'll go over that first.
Dessert charcuterie?
No, peaches on the Blackstone or the
Whoa.
grill.
Oh,
Either one.
Really? I don't think that many people think about that.
So it's peach season, right?
Yes,
and if
it
you go
is.
to one of the farmers markets, I was just at the Oconomowoc Farmers Market, and we are blessed to have the Georgia peach truck come there.
Oh, I
Every
love the Georgia
summer.
peach truck.
Their
You know what
peaches
they
are
call
the best.
Georgia peaches in Georgia?
Peaches.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good
you know what
one.
they call Chinese food in China?
Food.
Okay, I can
So
see.
anyways,
Wow.
about
See
these
you around the
peaches.
night.
I would assume they call it something Chinese.
They probably do.
All right. Well, Joel's going to do his dad joke recipes.
No, go ahead, please.
So I went and got the amazing peaches. I left them on my counter for 2 days. They were perfectly ripe. Cut them in half, took the pit out, tossed them in a little brown sugar.
Ooh.
And then on the Blackstone, if I do it on the grill, I toss them in melted butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. And then I put them on the grill. But with the Blackstone, I toss them in brown sugar. And then I threw a stick of butter on the Blackstone.
What was that?
It was a lot of butter. It was great. I
Hey,
let it.
don't pretend you don't get that excited about
Oh,
butter.
I
Danielle,
do.
Butter,
okay?
it's amazing.
I do.
Butter and
So-
bread.
So then put the peaches face down or pit side down, I guess you'd say,
Sure.
and let the butter caramelize. And then I drizzle vanilla extract over them
Oh, for
while
God's sake.
while they're searing. And then you do it just long enough so they get kind of that caramelized look on the flesh. Take them off the griddle or grill. And then I top them with fresh homemade whipped cream, which is just heavy whipping cream, a tiny bit of sugar and vanilla extract, and then some
Holy
toasted pistachios. So that was dessert. Post charcuterie pizza.
Okay, well, you better make. Well,
You cannot top that.
I'm not sure.
It's
Like,
fantastic.
I want some of that
I'm-
vanilla
I think-
custard to go with that peach.
I think you're going to have to save your charcuterie pizza
Yeah.
for next week, I think.
I need
because
that right now.
I think while she was describing that peach dish, I think I fell asleep and had a dream about peaches while she was describing it and just woke
when
up.
is
Just
this
came to.
Oconomowoc Farmers Market? What day?
Every Saturday. I believe it's, you guys have to look up the times online. I
Where
think
is
it's
it?
maybe 8 to 11, right across from City Beach.
I'm going to tell
Oh,
you
in
something.
Oconomowoc.
This is
Yeah,
a
yeah, okay.
great way to conclude the show. Folks, in Wisconsin, there are hundreds
Love
of
farmers market.
farmers markets every Saturday.
They're so wonderful.
They're wonderful. The food is fresh. The forage is fresh. They've got mushrooms, all the fruits you can think of, sweet corn.
Yeah.
One
And
of my
not just food.
favorites.
They have the best
Mexican
flowers that
food
last
corn,
forever.
flowers.
And check out the farmers markets during the week too.
Oh,
Wednesdays and
man.
Thursdays are usually good days.
Fantastic. We love having you with us on Raised in Wisco. That's Chef Ellie Lawton. That's Danielle Fairman. I'm the host, Joel Clayfish. Let us know what you think and keep on listening on Civic Media to Raised in Wisco.